have stunning information, serious allegations in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Right before me, I have a copy, you know what I mean, of ethics charge violation. You know what I mean? Now, before I go into that, now, a lot of my viewers that have been watching for a while, y'all used to watch Vibe 609 try to come to the meetings and report what was going on. And you all probably realize also that Vibe 609 was not being given proper access. I mean, there was so many difficulties going on in there. It was amazing. I mean, they even had it to the point they called the police on us like 3 times. You know what I mean? Just because we was trying to report the news. I've had an attorney for the school threaten me. You know what I mean? With charges or whatever like that to sue me or whatever for taking his imagery and for getting too close to what was going on. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know what was going on. You know what I mean? I just knew it wasn't right. You know what I mean? And I knew the disrespect that was going on to the women of Pleasantville, New Jersey, and the children of the Pleasantville School District, you know? So me, at the time, Black Men United members, we came together to help work on situations in there. Now, what was unbeknownst to us was these violations that were going on. So we couldn't figure it out. It was like, man, why are they hating so hard on the media? You know what I mean? And I just couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? And they didn't want us filming because they know when we put our film out, it's always raw and uncut. You know what I mean? At these meetings. So what they would prefer to have done was control all the filming themselves and then could potentially edit the footage before allowing it to get to the people, which to me isn't transparency. Now, I didn't realize how much of that was going on at the time. I was mind boggled with all the resistance we were getting with trying to assist the school district. We didn't understand it. Then when we went to first they were saying we had to go through this and go through that. So we followed all the steps they asked, and we went to have a meeting with Elisha, and we were out there waiting for about 2 hours. You know what I mean? He never came out. He never sent us a glass of water. He completely ignored us. I was like, this is very abnormal, very strange. You know what I mean? I didn't understand like what caused such discrepancies. I thought it was discrimination against the only Moorish media company in the surrounding area. So we thought it was that, but come to find out, there was a lot of, allegedly a lot of covering up going on. And what I mean by that is, hold on, before I even go too far with that, big shout out to Calvin Rice. You know what I mean? They was trying to do the brother Calvin Rice very dirty, but you see how that turned out. Big shout out to the brother Calvin Rice. You know what I mean? We always gonna have the back of our own. You know what I mean? And that's what led up later to, hold on, I'm not even going to jump too fast into this, even though I'm asked to. I'm going to take my time with this. You got to digest all this. Because, you know, everybody's been hated on. Everybody's went through crazy experiences and diversity. And then sometimes you want to know why. You know what I mean? So we was in there watching them get elderly black women or identified as black women removed, arrested. You know what I mean? You let a lot of family members come in there and blatantly call women members on the board dogs and other non-professional wording. And then, you know, it's just like, I'm just like, what is wrong with these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with these people? You know? Then I'm looking at them, all these different things going on, all these people being blatantly disrespected. I'm looking at Jerome Page could barely even speak. Every time Charnel talks, she's getting in some type of situation with the board president. You know what I mean? it was all like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? It was almost like Donald Trump was running the school board. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of madness. You know what I mean? And so now we get back to this point, or we get up to this point, with ethics charges being filed. You know what I mean? By this is State of New Jersey Department of Education School Ethics Commission, Catherine A. Welland, Director, complaints, Jerome M. Page, Master Board Member, 213 West. Okay, I'll leave that there. And long story short, allegedly, Carla, Calloway, Thomas was working for the same businesses and companies that she was voting for to get the contracts as president. You know? It's unbelievable. You know? It's like really unbelievable. It's like she was allegedly told by Mr. Jerome Page quite a while ago. Pardon me, y'all. She was told by Mr. Page quite a while ago that you can't do that. You know what I mean? That's a conflict of interest. So she decided to take her vote off. I can't remember the exact wording for it, but she had got her vote removed, abstained. You know what I'm saying? So she was warned a long time ago. And then I'm speeding this up because this is a long story that's about to break on y'all. You know what I'm saying? But after that, she went back to voting. You know what I mean? And then it gets so deep. Y'all got to really look into this. Y'all really got to look into this. You're dealing with Tri-County and Gateway, right? Which are both the same company. You know what I'm saying? This thing is deep. I mean, I could go on forever with this. But before I go too far into this, I'm going to set up and try to call the people that put this paperwork in. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get them on here. And I'm also going to try to reach out to all parties involved because this is unbelievably disgraceful. You know? Unbelievably. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, these people definitely don't speak for me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you'll see people in power and then you think that they speak for everybody. But in all reality, they do not. They speak for a small group of people. You know what I mean? That are unhonorable, for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? So we're gonna this is a lot. This is a lot going on here. I mean, it's like unbelievable, but it gives me a little bit of closure on why y'all hating on the kid that's hating on the man that's not a politician. There's a lot of pages here. But I really, I want to get into all this. But I want to, helping them get, what's this, 200,000, 4,000, 66,000 in 1 month? Oh, man, this is crazy. Let me read a little bit of this. Mrs. Carla Calloway Thomas is affiliated member of a partisan political group. It is clear to the public, the Pleasantville School District staff, and the students that Carla Thomas, family member and former board member Hassan Calloway, and another family board member, Annie Mello, have surrendered their independent judgment to this political family organization that Mrs. Thomas' father, Maurice P. Calloway, pled guilty for accepting bribes, and her husband, David Thomas, also pled guilty. Uncles and in-laws, Craig and David Calloway, working on their voting block on awarding contracts to the present board attorneys, Jim Carroll's law firm, for the last 5 years, who has represented Craig Calloway's organization. I'm gonna just stop right there. Y'all need to look this up. You know what I'm saying? This is deep. You know what I'm saying? This is one thing I always told everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the streets, you know what I'm saying? Everything in the dark is going to come to light with 2020 vision in 2020. You know what I'm talking about? All the dirt is coming to the light. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all the righteous women and the righteous brothers. You know what I'm saying? And big shout out to Jerome Page, Charnel Morgan, and Miss Rowell. You know what I'm saying? Doris Rowell. They are not playing games. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta respect that. I hate to say it, but you know, we've become a bullied society. You heard? We've become a bullied society. And we became so used to our abuser abusing that we just allow them to do it. People be like, man, you know, if you do that, it's going to make things hard. It's going to, you know, if you do that, it's going to cause this problem. If you do this, it's going to relinquish some friendships. If you do this, it's going to sever some ties. If you do this, it's going to burn a bridge. You know? Listen, who cares? You need balance in life. And to me, that's what these three represent. You know what I'm saying? They represent balance. Balance is something Pleasantville lost. I'm not trying to be funny. Pleasantville lost that. You know? And now they're just getting into being led by whoever. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to be following up more in detail with this story. But I didn't want to wait and have you guys waiting. You know what I mean? But once again, ethics charges have been filed against Carla, Calloway, Thomas. We will be following up with the parties involved as soon as possible. James King and L of the James and Aura Show, Vibe 609 Radio, Vibe 609 TV, Vibe609Radio.com, Vibe609TV.com. Peace.